Hi, welcome, and thank you for tuning in today. This is Sara Perry, owner of Haven Space Coaching Practice and Podcast, and I wanted to create a safe space to explore somatically the sensations of grief. This meditation, like all of my other ones, is not scripted. It is inspired by whatever's coming up for me as I'm meditating. It is a stream of consciousness. So it's not unlike what I would do with my clients in my practice. But I want to leave it here as a gift to the world, to my clients, to anyone who encounters it, and to my children, as a space to explore those sensations. If you want to start taking a deep breath with me, I want to remind you that nothing that I say is something that you have to do. These are purely invitations. They are inspiration, and that your practice of somatic experiencing is your own, and any sensations that you feel and want to pay attention to are completely welcome and are your body's way of showing up for you when you can be quiet and still and safe enough to feel it. I find that in spaces of grief, I really need to down-regulate. And because of that, the breath work we're going to do is going to be faster on the inhale than on the exhale. I want you to start by acknowledging the land that we are on, the ancestors that tended to this land, the sadness and grief that this land has seen, has felt, has been bathed in, as well as the wisdom and joy and celebration. All of those things being part of our own experience and our own grief contributing in its own way to the fabric that is this land's history. Let's take some time to pay attention to sensations in our face. How does grief show up in our face? Sometimes it's easier to notice. Notice what the corners of your mouth do. Notice your jaw. Are your teeth clenched together? Notice your tongue. The back of your tongue connected to your throat. In my body, grief has a lot of throat tension. Sensation I have associated with the feeling of crying. Isn't that interesting? Notice your nose. How does your nose show up today? Does it tingle? Does it tickle? What do you associate that sensation with? And can you maybe allow it to just be a tingle? Notice your forehead. Does your forehead have tension? Does it have weight? Does it have temperature? If grief is showing up in the form of tears, remember that tears literally drain the cortisol from your body. You're literally healing. You're washing out these sensations that feel so uncomfortable. And you deserve to feel your body. If you are finding yourself with fluid in your eyes, what does that feel on the edges of your eyes? Does it have a temperature? This healing liquid. Tears caused by different emotions have different arrangement. They have different molecular arrangement. Our body knows exactly how to release. And that's what you're doing in this moment with me. Listening, noticing, allowing it to flow through. Let's focus now on our ears. That tension from our jaw, if there was any, or maybe the pulling down of the edges and corners of our mouth. Sometimes we can feel it all the way back to our ears if we're noticing. Feel free to shift around or move your hands on your body. This is your practice. And when you find yourself getting lost in thought because your brain is tuning in and saying, oh, it's too much, I need a break, and distracting you with thoughts about the to-do list or how you need to write that email, just come back to your breath. Thank you, body, for letting me know. I'm noticing a little too much. I'm feeling a little too much. Come back to your breath. Remembering also that grief can look like a lot of things, can feel like a lot of things. Just surround yourself in spaces with people that are aware that it can look like a lot of things. Laugh when you feel like laughing. Let the laughter turn into sobbing. Let the sobbing turn into laughter. When you're safe enough and wanting, explore further down your throat into your chest. An invitation to throw your shoulders as far back as they can go. Maybe tilt your chin to the sky. We're physically changing our shape, renegotiating, taking on a different shape of grief. sitting with my chest open and my chin up, I like to imagine a tunnel between my mouth, entering all the way through, almost like a straw, goes all the way through my body. When I picture it, the straw ends and exits again through my genitals. Maybe the way you picture it is different. Maybe the image is a string on the tip of your head, and it literally pulls you up a little bit like you're a puppet. We can use these images to help guide our physical shape. But let's come back to our breath. Let your thoughts go further into your arms, your armpits. We don't get to talk about our armpits very much. Do they feel wet? Do they feel hot? Big emotions come with a lot of blood flow. It's completely okay if you're finding yourself somewhat aroused or what you identify as aroused because there's just more blood flow. Or finding yourself a little sweaty. It's also okay to feel itchy when we're paying attention to our body. Other parts saying, oh, pay attention to me. And come back to your breath. Navigate further into your chest, your lungs, your diaphragm. Ooh. We tend to say it's a tummy ache sometimes. Fall into your hips, feel the weight of that. How magical to be this heavy, that we can keep ourselves on the ground. I'm noticing in my body, in my little poetic mind, there's a link between the weight of grief and how we can sink into our pelvis. So heavy. Weight is such a gift. Feel yourself heavy. Allow yourself to fall heavy. I invite you to change your shape. If you've been sitting in a very specific way, maybe tuck your feet up. Maybe all you want to move is your shoulders. Maybe you just want to hang your head down. This is an invitation to hug your body as well. This is a reminder that if we are lucky, if we get to stay alive, we will process the grief of so many others. If we are lucky, we will get to say our goodbyes. Come back to your breath. Allow any emotion to come through. You are safe. Your process is perfect. I invite you to continue your process of healing through imagining or sharing stories of the grief that you feel when it was not grief but joy and connection. We are the embodied legacy of the people we have connected to. Their stories become us, and they live on in our memories and what we tell others about them. Sometimes grief comes with a lot of what ifs. And I'm here to tell you that there is never a way to answer the what if. What has happened is what we have. We must take that forward with us as part of who we are. To do things differently, maybe more purposefully, maybe to enjoy each other a little more, maybe to hold that hug a few seconds longer. Maybe to make sure we open the good bottle of wine without having a reason to. A reminder today that all we have at the end of the day, at the end of our lives, is what we left behind in memories, in words, in conversations that changed life. In kindness given to strangers. And know that our grief, as well as our joy, stays in this land, stays in this air for others to feel. stay with your breath a little longer. A reminder and permission finally to explore all the ways in which your body wants to sublimate, all the ways in which your body wants to run away from all of the sensation of grief. And do it unashamed. Run and run and run as fast as you can, or go for a drive, or go for a swim, or tend to your garden, or have incredible orgasms. Whatever it is that your body is feeling like doing is okay. You deserve it. I'm wishing you all so much safety, so much kindness as you heal. And I am honored that you would join me.